Who dat? Let's go. Let's go, baby. We also got Jalen Polk in our back pocket next year. Whatever. Whoever. Tyler will make whoever work. Tyler will make anybody work. Tyler the GOAT? Agreed. I live in Carolina. This season sweep was delicious. Who dat nation? Build the statue. 1999 freaking super chat. 1999, son. 1999 super chat said, we got the dub face of the franchise. $2 super chat. We actually winning knife fights. Controversial right there. Who dat? $5 super chat. James, don't tell me the $100 emotional hedge doesn't work. I told you so, son. Unbelievable. Keep it coming, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to talk about Charlie Smyth? We will absolutely talk about Charlie Smyth. Absolutely. Absolutely. Unbelievable. What a game. What a game. Get in here. Can't lie, this was our Super Bowl. Dude, that's what I was saying when I was leaving the dome. When I was leaving the dome, I was said that exact same thing. I was like, this is the Super Bowl. I'm trying to get caught up in chat. I haven't felt like this in years. How about Shough? Next year going to be lit. Does Mickey still have the fastball? There it is. There he is. Is Mickey Loomis kind of cooking? Unbelievable. What a shucking win. Shough is unbelievable. The dome was electric. The dome was electric. 100%. The dome was fired up. It was fired up big time. Somebody cooked here. Imagine 7-10 into the season. Imagine if we would have drafted Shough, though. LOL. Dude, I could have had nice seats. What was I thinking? Not going. You got to go, man. Anytime you get a chance to go to the game, you got to go. NFC South goes through Shough. Unbelievable. $4.99 super chat from Yoshi. Phone booth is more respectable. Face of the franchise, my apologies. If Mickey comes out with more gum, are we bad this year? Man. Vele was nuts. Vele was nuts, man. He was crazy. $1.99 from Sweets. Win now situation next year? Yeah, brother. Win now. We're back. We could easily finish with 6 or 7 wins. Vele was crazy. Looks like he jammed up his shoulder. We'll see how bad it is, but I don't think, I'm not a doctor, but I think he'll be all right. Vele was crazy, man. The game was basically cooked. We were doing nothing offensively, and then it just became a, hey, man, I don't care. Throw it to Devaughn. He's down there somewhere. And, dude, every contested catch, like 2 of his first 3 catches, no one has any room to make that catch. Like, and he's just coming down with them. Whatever. I mean, he is crazy. He is crazy how good he is. Playoffs next year, Stone Cold Kevin Austin. Oh yeah, Vele goes down. We have a 95 drive to win it. Good news. That's Stone Cold Kevin Austin's music. Chris came up big when he had to. Vele goes down. It's basically Chris and Jawan out there, and Chris came up big, 100%. I mean, like, and ladies and gentlemen, think about it. We're doing this with Evan Hull, respect, our fourth running back. Kamara goes down. Kendra Miller goes down. Devin Neal goes down. Taysom isn't working. Our 5th running back, Evan freaking Hull, and Audric Estime, our 5th and 6th running backs. We trade Shaheed. We get Devaughn Vele. Devaughn Vele goes down. Stone Cold Kevin Austin's getting involved. We're down to like our 5th wide receiver, our 5th running back. Shough is a rookie. We've got Luke Fortner at center. We've got Dylan Radin's playing left guard. I mean, unbelievable the roster that we have in this moment right now and the performance that they're putting on the field. And again, just like the Tampa game, they had to go win this game. They had to go win this game. This was another where we didn't have 5 turnovers. We weren't up 21-0. We had to go and win this game. Anthony Palmer super chatted $4.99. What's your thoughts on Shough? I mean, Shough is my president. Shough is the king of the universe. I'll be the first one to build the statue. I'll be right there. I'll be the first one building the statue. Me and Trizzy Trace. I don't know if Ruiz was in and out of the medical tent, so I don't know if he was injured as well. Shawnee Boy, super chatted $4.99. Never in my life have I been this hyped for a 4-10 team. Who dat? Face of the franchise. I know the sportsbook hate to see you coming. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I honestly want to cry tears of joy. There you go. What happened to this is the worst roster in football? I got a sneaky feeling, ladies and gentlemen. I got a sneaky feeling there's going to be a lot of different talk this week from everybody else. I got a feeling the narrative will have swung. Gumsmack and Mick might have figured it out. Todd Graves buy the team. Gail Benson sell the team. Team's worst team relegate him to the Mountain West. I got a feeling that's not going to be the conversation this week. Oh, yeah, I guess that is true. I guess we did hurt our draft position. Keck W, Pepe Giggle. Shough, and I'll tell you this too, ladies and gentlemen. Carolina, and let me say this clear. Carolina was maybe the dirtiest defense I've ever seen. The shots that Shough took, the hits that he took late. Crazy hits from Carolina. Despicable, disgusting display from Carolina's defense. I know red cards and all that stuff isn't a thing. It isn't soccer, not football. Well, I guess it isn't football. It depends on who you ask. That should have been straight reds. Straight up reds for both the hits on Shough. He is on his back sliding, and they are launching themselves headhunting Tyler Shough, and he got up both times. I'll tell you this too. At the end of the game or after the game, I stuck around forever. I was there. We stuck around for another 10 minutes or so after the game, just soaking it all in. And Shough was on the other side by the Saints corner, and he was hyping him up. The guy's probably got blood coming out of his ears, concussed to who knows where, brain rattling all over the place, and he's hyping the crowd up, gave his hat away. It was unbelievable. I mean, this guy is him. That is it. That is a fact, Jack. He is him. That drive, the guts, the toughness, how he is with the fans and the city, whatever, man. He is him. I don't own a single jersey. I might get a Tyler Shough jersey, and I'm cutting the sleeves off the second it gets here. Crazy. I mean, let's take a look at this. Hold up. What the hell is that? Let's take a look. I'm not sure what was going on in that video. Sorry, guys. It's Family Channel. We had 27 first downs. 27 first downs. We only had 25 rush attempts. We had more first downs than rush attempts. And it's basically all in the second half. We weren't doing anything on offense to start the game. We end up with 337 yards of offense. 337 yards of offense on 8 drives. We averaged 5.3 yards a play, 256 yards through the air, 81 on the ground, 9 penalties, 31 minutes time of possession, won the turnover battle. I mean, that's the end of the game. Not really, but we won't count that. Carolina was killing us on third down. Absolutely getting bailed out. Man. The punt throw that Bryce Young did that somehow someone comes down with. Bryce Young converting like 3 or 4 first downs on the ground with his legs. The dump off thing to Chuba Hubbard that somehow on 3rd and 8 that somehow got a first down. even with all that happening, even with the made field goal, with the penalty where we go for it on fourth down, we don't get it, even with all of that, this team still fights. This team still got the W. And if only they respected Kellen Moore, am I right? This is it. Do I feel like we were getting bailed out by the flags? Hell no. Hell no. We had 9 penalties. If anybody got bailed out by anything, it was Carolina on third down. Bryce, it was the same thing that was happening against LA. Same thing that was happening against the Rams, where it's third down, fourth down, and Bryce Young would just get bailed out by whatever, a 3-yard pass that turned into a 10-yard pass, or he'd scramble, or that punt moonball thing where Quincy Riley lost his guy. It was ridiculous. The 7 third down conversions they had, ridiculous. Saints were 6 for 11 on third down. I mean, just what a performance. Defense stood up at the end on fourth down when they had to. Unbelievable. Chase Young, animal. He was really good today. Let's look at the box score. Shough, 24 for 32, 272 yards in the air, a touchdown, no picks, sacked 5 times. Rat Daddy with the most important throwaway you'll ever see. Shough, 8 carries for 32 yards. Devin Neal, 7 for 28 before he got hurt. Hopefully he's back next week. Evan Hull came in there and did what he had to do. Lunch pail, bologna sandwich, gallon of milk for lunch. 4 carries for 12 yards. Audric Estimate ran hard. Bologna sandwich number 2, gallon of milk number 2. The Mason Tipton, or the Taysom Hill fake tush push draw thing, get that out of the playbook. Get that out of my face. The Mason Tipton wide receiver end around thing, get that out of my face. Get it out of the playbook. Rico Dowdle, 16 for 49, 3.1 yards a carry. Don't do nothing. Chuba Hubbard, 8 carries, 29 yards, 3.6 yards a carry. Not doing nothing. Bryce Young got us on third down quite a few times. That was hard to watch. Ted McMillan, 2 catches for 25 yards. LOL. What a team. What a team. Kellen Moore was absolutely in his bag, cooking onto a different planet, Bobby Flay type levels at the end of the game. Let's break it down. Let's break this thing down. So right here, okay, so it's 1st and 10 at the Carolina 48. There's 13 seconds left. Yeah. Right? Yes. Okay, right here. This call for the draw was so smart. You are already in field goal range. Granted, it's like a 65-yarder at that point. All you need is like 5 yards. That's it. So all you're trying to do is get like 5, 6, 7 yards. So he's thinking, well, I'm not going to risk it. Right? I'm not going to risk a pass here. I'm not going to risk getting sacked, a turnover, whatever. And I'm screaming from the stands, run a draw, run a draw. Then the defense gets out there. They don't have anybody in the middle of the field. Nobody. And I don't know if he buzzed it. I don't know how it all played out. And then Shough does the quarterback draw. Perfect, right? If he wouldn't have got hit, he would have got up and spiked it. He gets blasted, unnecessary roughness, all right? So now there's 9 seconds left, okay? 9 seconds left. You have no timeouts. You can't really do anything. So what do? Well, the right thing to do here is take the snap, burn as much time as possible, and spike the ball. Or roll out and throw it away. And exactly what happens. He puts Rattler in. He tells Rattler, hey, man, do this. Roll out, kill some clock, throw it away. Rattler does it. They kick the field goal. Good. Charlie Smyth, king. Then there's 2 seconds left. What do? What would you rather? Would you rather kick the ball to the return men and have them return it, or kick that thing out of the end zone and have Bryce Young, noodle arm, okay, penne arm, try and get 70 yards on you? So then he does that, and he says, kick that thing out of the end zone, let Bryce Young beat me. Perfect, 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 perfect. Game theory to the max from Kellen Moore. Well done. Well done. No doubt in my mind, our guy James ran the hell home to go live. What a guy. Ran the hell home. I'm fired up. Freezing cold. My nose, super cold. Hands, they're in my pocket. So hands are cool. Face, cold. Ran in here, sprinting down Canal Street, got in here, went live. I said I could do a video. Maybe I should do a 10-minute video. Or maybe I go live with the boys and the girls. Now let's back it up before I have some kind of a heart attack or a stroke or something in front of thousands of people. What Kellen didn't do well, and what I'll talk about mostly this week, is the end of the half. With 20-something seconds left, 2 timeouts, you're kicking the ball to Carolina, or Carolina's getting the ball to start the second half. I think you have to do something there. I think you have to try and get a defensive pass interference, try and get in the field goal range, whatever. I don't think you can kneel that. But it is what it is. All right, and I'll break that down a little bit here. Let me catch up in chat. Face of the franchise. If we get some free agents, OMG, fake quarterback sneak. James, thoughts on the 4th and 1 try after the field goal make? I think you have to go for it. It's 4th and 1. You're down 7. You got to go for it. As far as the play, I'll have to go back and watch it. To me, live, it looked like he had some people open. I don't know if Shough just... I don't know. I got to go back and watch all 22. I think you definitely have to go for it. Again, I think sometimes Kellen just overthinks things. And that the fake tush push was a good example of that. On that play, at that point, he might have been like, look, man, I'm not running Audric Estime on 4th and 1. I'm not running Evan Hull on 4th and 1 with this offensive line and their defensive line. And so then maybe, it just turns into the play it turned into. But I thought they were open. I thought there was open people there. Again, I'll have to look at it, but I think you do have to go for it as much as it's like, this is scary. This is scary hours, but, Yoshi, 504, super chatted $2. Over under on Dome Dogs. Actually, shout out. Before I went to the Dome, I went to Deja Vu and got a blue cheese burger. Very good. Dave's World, super chatted $2. Shuck around and find out. K. Dins, a drummer, has super chatted $1.99. Told y'all my cousin Shuck there to work. Boom. There it is. There it is. I mean, unbelievable. Chase Young was really good. Can we please talk about Chase Young? Chase Young was good. Big sack there. I'll give Chase Young this too. Every single play, Chase Young's hyping up the crowd. Put $100 on Shough winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. LOL. If I win, it's $20,000. Corey, who told you? Who gave you that tip? Who gave you that tip and told you to look at Shough Rookie of the Year, boy? How do you think Fuaga would look at guard? I think if you take the Maui Noah from Miami, I think you don't take him 5th or 6th or whatever. You don't take him in the top 10 to kick him to guard. I think you kick Fuaga to guard. Yeah. I think you kick Fuaga to guard, play Maui Noah at right tackle, go from there. I'm torn about that decision. To me, it's hard to take those points off the board because it would have been 17-13, and next time you get the ball, a touchdown can win it. True, but 4th and 1, down 7. If it take the points away. If it was 4th and 1 and you're down 7 and you choose just to go kick the field goal, that's a crazy call. Crazy call. So I don't think you can, if you're just doing the math, the math shouldn't be affected by, well, I just made the field goal, so... How many Bloody Marys today? I had one. I had one Bloody Mary. At Deja Vu. Not even at the Dome. Chase Young saved the day. Chase Young was nice. Bad contract, though, right, Mick? Lols. Pepe giggle. Shough is looking like the full package. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he is. What did you think about the secondary outside of Quincy Riley? He's playing pretty good and developing well as a rookie, but do we need to make some additions? Yeah, I mean, I think secondary is always a spot where you can add. It's always good to have depth, for sure. Riley made some good plays today, breaking up the touchdown pass. We also got absolutely boom roasted by Jalen Coker, and I think Riley was the one that got lost on the 3rd down moon ball thing from Bryce Young. So... James, thoughts on drafting Peter Woods if he's there? Possible. We'll see where we're drafting. We'll see how he works out, combine, all that stuff. but certainly possible. Certainly a possibility. The interior defensive line. Jackson Dart and Tyler Shough are officially the best quarterbacks from the 2024 draft class. I mean, at this point right now, it's got to be Tyler Shough. I don't even think it's close, because Dart hasn't been good after the first 2 games. So as of right now, I think Shough is far and away the best quarterback in the draft class. $9.99 super chat from Juan Serrano. Tyler effing Shough also could stop going for it on 4th down in Madden. LOL, who dat? But let me explain. Let me explain the whole why we should not go for it, but why we should try and push the ball at the end of the half and all that stuff. So if the Saints are going to receive, all right, which they received in this game to start, and they go 3 and out, so you're down a possession because the other team is getting the ball to start the second half. So you're minus 1 possession. You have to get that possession back at some point, whether it's a turnover, whether it's however it plays out, right? If you then get the ball at the end of the half with 21 seconds left, and you just kneel it out, and you just say, you know what? We're going to kneel it out, not worried about it. Kneel this thing out, go to the half, give it back to them. Now you're down 2 possessions. All right, so now you got to find a way to get those possessions back. And if you look at how it all played out, the 4th and 1 was the first one. The 4th and 1 is where you get your first possession back. That Carolina, they went for it and didn't get it. Okay, and we'll talk about this too, because this is kind of a crazy decision to go for it. They could have gone up 10 if they go for the field goal, but they decided to go for it. Decision for Canales questionable. Hard not to want to go up 10, right? With you're in the 4th quarter, go up 10 on the road, right? So this is the first possession. Then the second possession obviously would be the last one, even though it was only 2 seconds left. But you get my drift. So when Kellen receives the ball and goes 3 and out, that has to change how and the fact that Carolina's getting the ball has to change how he handles these end of half situations. With 30 seconds left, 20 seconds left, 2 timeouts, can't kneel it out there. Did not like that at all. Shough was not the best in the draft. Who would you say right now is the best quarterback out of the draft? Right now, just from what we've seen this year, I think it's got to be Shough. It ain't Cam Ward. I'll tell you that. It ain't Cam Ward. When will we learn how to stop a mobile quarterback? Well, I mean, this is totally different than Dennis Allen's defense, so nothing's correlated there. But, yeah, this was just weird. This was just weird with Bryce Young. I mean, I feel like we've done pretty good this year. I mean, Josh Allen, we kind of contained him too. So this definitely isn't the same as the Dennis Allen stuff. I think they're all the same except Ward and Gabriel. Yeah, but I mean, how they've played. How they've played so far this year. If you looked at just their performance this year, Shough has definitely had the best year. Performance-wise. I don't think it's close. $4.99 super chat from Dawn Ash or DW Nash. Can't wait to be at the Dome for the Jets game next week. Shough jersey purchase. Keep doing good work, franchise. Thank you. Rylan Ferrier has super chatted $1.99. Shough looked very similar to Justin Herbert today. True. That's kind of who he was comped out as early on. Dark Knight has super chatted $20. Thank you, Dark Knight. Just want to say appreciate what you do, and what a hell of a game. What a freaking game. What a game. I've been to some good games, some important games. That was as intense and loud and hyped up and fun and whatever a game as I've been to. Fun in the second half. The first half was not fun. Michael Ziegler super chatted $10. What do you think about our running back room? Is Love who we take round 1 if Maui Noah isn't there? And do you think Chris Bell is possible late round snag with the ACL injury? What's your ideal draft look like? I think all that's possible for sure. Love, tough, man. I don't like taking a running back first round. I don't like taking wide receivers first round. But It depends on where our draft pick is and all of the, the workouts, the combine, the pro days, all that stuff. James, I was at the game, bought my tickets last minute. There you go. Shough glaze is real. Yeah, glaze them. The red light is on. The red light is on, glazed all the time. 100%. 100%. Do you think Kendre Miller takes over as running back 1 next year? Depends, man. You have a bad knee injury like that, you never know how they're going to come back. So we'll see. Is it Olave taking away pressure for Vele, or is Vele number 1? Vele, the whole thing with Vele is the contested catches. He's not even that open. It's just straight up like you give him the tiniest window and he's coming down with it. Like the tiniest window. If he gets his hands on it, he's coming down with it. So it's not like Chris Olave is getting double teamed and Devaughn Vele is just open. These are tough catches. Really tough. James, do you agree we need to trade Alvin Kamara for draft picks because he is slow and running out of bounds, not willing to take a hit? What do you mean? Alvin didn't play. But you got to have 2 to tango with the draft. Depends on what the pick is. If someone said, hey, man, I'll give you a 5th-round pick for Alvin, say, probably not worth it. Probably keep him there, locker room guy. Good guy to have in the room. I think sometimes you got to balance all that stuff out. So I would personally not trade him. Yeah, Vele's catch rate, he's just nuts. Shedeur is number 1 in all quarterback stats since him starting, but Shough is the best. I don't know, man. I'm not sure what metrics you're looking at. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I sure do like what I've seen from Shough the last couple games. James, who will win the division? I think Tampa wins it. Has to be someone to replace Cam or Davis for defense. I mean, DeMario is still playing super, super good. And we kind of have our replacement for DeMario and Stutzman. I want that Miami tackler you reviewed. Went and watched his tape immediately after the video, and I'm jaw on the floor. Yeah, he's given up. What was it? He gave up I think Maui Noah gave up. It's like 0.5% pressure rate or something in his career. It's insane. James, do I think drafting Cardinal Tate in the first would be a good move? No. Wide receivers miss in the first round on average 73% miss rate on wide receivers in the first round. 73%. Girthquake super chatted $5. I don't fear 3rd and 7 anymore. I just feel like Shough and Vele are going to pull it off. Yeah. Or even Olave or Devaughn. Like we really do. I'm fine. I'm totally fine with 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, and Shough has his options between Devaughn Vele, Juwan Johnson, and Chris Olave. Trizzy drinking Four Locos. I used to drink Four Locos in the original recipe when I was in college. 2007 to 2011, somewhere in that neighborhood. Four Locos, fresh batch. I was drinking Four Locos while taking the original Jack 3D. My system was shot. Just got here. What a time to be alive. Brandon Staley was definitely our best DC hire since 2012. Yeah, Staley's awesome. Staley's the man. What a freaking win, guys. Did Vele kind of look like Michael Thomas today? Man, y'all know how I feel about those comparisons. Y'all know how I feel about that. The only two wide receivers I've seen Devaughn Vele comp to are Marcus Colston and Michael Thomas. We can do better than that, right? No dinner and 2 Four Locos goes hard. I'm pretty sure Four Locos shaved off 20 years of my life, and Jack 3D maybe pissed blood. There you go. Yeah, but what was your PR though? Am I right? Do you think Staley could get a second head coaching opportunity for another team? I think he could, but next year. I think if he does this again next year, I think he'll be in the conversation, but not after this year. Not after this year. Vele could be our Mike Evans. There you go. There we go. Finally a comp that's not Marcus Colson and Michael Thomas. Jawan had a crazy catch. Yeah, the tip drill. Shout out Nelly. Yeah, or maybe Staley, maybe he doesn't want. I mean, you never know. Maybe he wants to be a DC. But I think for a couple, at least this year and next year, I think he's good. I don't think anybody's going to give him a head coaching job after 1 year. Man, dude, this is it. I mean, this, like, ladies and gentlemen, this is what life's all about, okay? I'll tell you that right now. This is what life is all about. I mean, win streak, Bucks, we easily could have beat the Dolphins, but beat the Bucks, beat the Panthers at home. Momentum. Shough is outside of his mind right now, both because of the concussion, but also because he's playing well. We're winning games with Evan Hull and Stone Cold Kevin Austin. We're last second field goals being made by Chuck Smith. The defense is standing on business on 4th and 1. I mean, the dome was rocking again. There's cold air. It's football season. If this team rattles off 4 more wins, or 3 more wins, excuse me, and they're 7-10. Oh, and they're 7-10, and we got the whole offseason. Oh my God. My God. I mean, Taysom is washed? Yeah, true. Remember when you predicted Vele would become the number 1 target? Man, I do remember that. Man, I don't know. Maybe I know a thing or two, huh? $1.99 from Athen. Saints shucking up the NFC South for everybody. There you go. I'm not going to lie, this one hurts every year. Is Shough concussed? If he's not, that's one hell of a helmet. I wasn't mad at Banks drilling that dude 7 yards back. Yeah, I mean, Banks went and got himself a receipt. We call that a receipt in the business. And he went and got him one. Banks pancaked him he pulled a Robert Gallery. That was after the first cheap shot on Shough. And Banks went and got him. Yeah, I can promise you after watching the play a bunch, that was not a flop. This guy, he said that was 100% a flop from Shough at the end to draw them closer for the field goal. I can tell you it was not. He was absolutely headhunted. That was that headhunt and the other one, both of those I think should be plays where you disqualify the player. It was crazy. Amazing stuff. Yeah, Juwan Johnson, good stuff. Juwan Johnson's coming around too. They're all coming around. I mean, Chris Olave, Juwan Johnson, Devaughn, Vele, they just kind of have that like chemistry. They kind of play off of each other. They're kind of doing what they have to do. The offense just looks different, right? It looks a lot better than Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and Juwan Johnson. And I'm not saying that Devaughn Vele is higher rated than Rashid Shaheed, whatever, but they just play off each other better. It's just a better overall thing, And I mean, that's the truth. Estime ran really hard, and yeah, the screen at the end was amazing. The screen at the end, because we were backed up, right? We're backed up, and if we're throwing the football, so if we go 3 and out and they have 40 seconds on the clock and we're punting from our own 2, all of a sudden they can absolutely get into field goal range. So that Estime screen where he rips off 30 yards or whatever it was, that gets us out of the shadow of our end zone. We can kind of run our offense. Let's see here. We don't talk about him much, but is Chase Young officially our best defensive player? Yeah, I think so. I mean, Demario Davis is still insane, but Chase Young has been really, really good. Really good. And it wasn't that long ago people were saying that we should not have given him the contract, and he's the 17th highest paid defensive end at 25 years old, former 2nd overall pick. The Chase Young contract was a great contract. And I said it the day it happened, and whoever the ESPN Seth was his name Seth Walder went on ESPN graded an F because Saints don't have any money. Why are they doing this? Whatever. Great contract, fantastic contract. Devin Neal, it was a hamstring injury. It was after his touchdown run, so I don't know if he just kind of tweaked it. We'll see, but hopefully he can come back for next week. $20 super chat from Errol Jackson. Some of those Shough hits had me on edge. Yeah, some of those were nuts. Some of those were absolutely crazy. Guys, think about this. Let me take a sip of water. A little agua. Think about this too. We're doing this, and we're having this development, right? And we're seeing growth from all these players. With the injuries, all right, Eric McCoy's not there. With trades, all right, I mean, Alvin Kamara's not there. Eric McCoy's not there. Kendre Miller's not there. We trade away Rashid Shaheed. We trade away Trevor Penning, which, I mean, whatever. But how crazy is it, by the way, that the Chargers are using Trevor Penning as a blocking tight end? We do all that, make all these trades, make all these moves, deal with all these injuries, make a quarterback change, all in the first year of Kellen Moore and Brandon Staley's systems. And we're seeing this kind of development late in the season. How insane is that? How nuts is that? Really think about what Kellen Moore is getting out of the combination of Devaughn Vele, Tyler Shough, Audric Estime, Evan Hull, Luke Fortner, Dylan Radens, Stone Cold Kevin Austin. Like, think about the and then what the effort Staley is getting out of the defense. It's crazy. I cannot, every time I step back and think about this team at the beginning of the year to right now, when I think about the development from these players and where these young players are going and how the team looks and feels and all that stuff, it's really a testament to how good of a coaching job Kellen's done. I mean, it really is. Like, Kellen, and we'll see how this plays out if we get to 6 wins or 7 wins or whatever, but what a coaching job. What a coaching job. Let's see here. Kellen is the man. True. We didn't see this growth until Shough came along. It's all the same moving pieces. It's all the same, like, organic thing where it's like, we didn't see this growth until Shough. We didn't see this growth until Devaughn Vele. We didn't see this growth until, like the tinkering, right? Like, all the tinkering. Just like with Atlanta. Against the Atlanta game. The team was playing totally different against Atlanta than today, right? Relatively same roster, but all of a sudden, no more Taysom. All right, we're moving different, as they say. All that stuff's moving a little different. So the tinkering, the understanding, the exploration, like all that stuff, it's all happening. It's all happening right in front of us, week in and week out. So we couldn't tinker with Rattler. We were tinkering the whole season. Tinkering the whole season. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And they tinkered with the quarterback position too. And hard to say Shough hasn't been better. I mean, Shough's been really good. Really good. Notice how a few weeks ago we were questioning where the screenplays were. Now this week we make big plays because of them. Kellen knows. There it is. There it is. There it is. 100%. No screenplays this week. Screenplays. It's every week. It's every single week. We're seeing a little bit of moving piece. Like, we're moving the chess pieces around a little bit. I mean, it's just. And guys, I see a lot of the trade AK. Remember, addition by subtraction is not usually a thing. So The team is moving right now, is doing good right now, is jiving right now. We're building something right now. We don't have to say, all right, trade everybody, get picks. Like, sometimes you need leaders in the locker room. Sometimes you need those guys there. It's okay just to have Alvin there. You know, like, having Alvin as your guy and then sprinkling in Devin Neal, sprinkling in Evan Hull, whatever, that's all fine. We don't have to trade people every single week or every day. Right? You think Kellen is watching yeah, I 100% think Kellen's watching the channel. Yeah. There's too much stuff we say, and then Kellen either does it or says it. 100%. The quarterback power to set us up for the field goal was an amazing call. That quarterback draw was such a good call. 8:50 a.m. in Vietnam right now. Watching from Vietnam? Okay. I speak a little Vietnamese. Huh? A little Doc Viet? A little house special for you. Huh? Come on. Chicken? Gà. Beef? Thai. Meatball? Bovien. Come on. What are we saying? Kool-Aid seems to be playing better. Yeah. It takes. It's another thing too. Like the Fangio defense usually takes a while for players to figure out and get used to it, and so I'm not surprised at all that the defense is starting to get a little bit better. Or not starting. They have been really good. Who really cares? LMFAO. Y'all aren't going to the playoffs, bums. Get them up out of here. Hey Garrett, if you're a Panthers fan, I got bad news for you. I don't think the Panthers are going for the playoffs either. So, bad news, brother. Let's see here. AK wanted to retire Saint. Yeah, I mean, let him, whatever. Unless someone's going to give us a third-round pick or something, you know? Yeah, it's okay. We don't have to constantly be trading players and cutting players and releasing players and all that stuff. Let's see here. Props to Charlie, man. He went from an unknown player in Ireland to sitting behind groupie to hitting game winners. Big ups. Big ups. Yeah, I teach writing at a uni in Central Vietnam. There you go. Awesome, man. I can smell the blueberry vape from here, yeah. Garrett's over there sucking a blueberry vape. I guarantee it. Watching the Carolinas season go down the drain. It was cool y'all beat the Rams, though. That was cool. Hang the banner. That's what Carolina can do. Carolina can hang the banner. Beat the Rams. Beat the Rams 2025. Unbelievable. Most of the playmakers are rookies. Who dat? Yeah. I mean, that's our whole team. So our whole team is young players, either first year or second year players. The whole damn team. How do I feel about Devin Neal and Audric Estime? I think they work hard. I mean, like I said, a gallon of milk and a bologna sandwich for lunch is what they're doing. I mean, they go to work. 100%. 100%. Let's see. Of course, Groupie went and hit a 60-yarder. Yeah, it was crazy. That was crazy, man. How did Stutzman play that? I thought he played well. Made a couple big plays on special teams. Had a couple big tackles. So do we draft O-line first round again? Possibility. Certainly a possibility. Surely Bryce takes a step next year? Yeah. Garrett, relax, brother. Bryce Young's definitely going to take a step next year. Surely Bryce Young takes a step next year. Don't forget, guys. Don't forget. Our money situation is going well. So 2026, 2027, the cap's going to be cleared a little bit. So some of these issues can be handled in free agency. We don't have to draft Jordan Tyson if we can go sign an A.J. Brown. I'm just like naming players. I'm not actually literally A.J. Brown, but you can do a bunch of stuff. Just like New England, draft Will Campbell, but they also go get Stephon Diggs. Like a lot of people were saying that New England should have drafted Ted McMillan because they needed the wide receiver. And New England said, well, what if we do it this way? There's a bunch of different combinations, so it all depends on the free agent class, Depends on the workouts, the combine, the pro day, all that. It depends on the rest of the college football season. And it also depends on how the Saints are playing at the end of the year. You know, if the Saints are playing really well at the end of the year and you can kind of see the vision for certain things, then maybe that moves you in a different direction for the pick. You know? So Shough would be offensive rookie of the year if he started. I have a feeling I don't know if you might have to go look at some offshore spots, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if Shough is like 7-1 tomorrow morning. I would not be surprised at all. I think he absolutely. Now Shough is up against it. He's got to win out basically, and he's got to keep having games like this where he leads drives at the end of the games, where he throws for 300 yards, where he has 2 rushing touchdowns. If he keeps doing that, he's going to be in the conversation for rookie of the year, because Jackson Dart could get shut down. Who knows with New York, and he's just not playing that well anyways. And if Shough all of a sudden leads this team to a 7-win season, I can guarantee you he'll be in the conversation for rookie of the year. He might not win it, but when I gave that out last week on the video, he was whatever it was, 200-1 or something. He's not going to be 200-1 anymore. You see the hit Stutzman put on that on kickoff? Yeah, he was bringing it. He was bringing it. No Fugazi box score? No, we won this one. If you look at the box score, it tracks. We had 27 first downs. Carolina had 15. We had 337 yards of offense. They had 281. We had 5.3 yards per play. They had 5. So we won first downs by a lot. Yards by a lot. Yards per play by 0.3. Beat them in passing. Rushing, they ran more than us, but it is what it is. They had more penalties, and it was 0-0 in turnovers. I'm not counting the fumble at the very end of the game, and we won time in possession. So yeah, this is a correct box score, 100%. Yeah, this was a correct box score. It's a close one. Like, it's a close box score. The Saints deserve to win, somewhere between 3 and 7. Maybe not a full 7. Depends on if you count the turnover. But, yeah, definitely a deserved win. Derek Stone has subscribed. Thank you, man. The 95-yard drive was really good. Yeah, I mean, look at these drives. What about this drive? 17 plays. Oh, you're talking about that one? I thought you were talking about the one at the end of the game. That was only 78 yards. Yeah. 78 and 62. But this drive was nuts. 17 plays, 95 yards, 11 minutes and 22 seconds. Jesus. And it felt like about 30 minutes of real time. It might have been about 40 minutes of real time. 17 plays, 95 yards, 11 minutes and 22 seconds. This drive was nuts. And then you cap off the game. Well, then you have a 14-play drive, take off 8 minutes. And then you cap off the game with a 7-play, 78-yard drive for a touchdown and an 8-play, 62-yard drive for a field goal with a minute left. What was the YPP? 5.3. 5.3, and theirs was 5. So we won that. It was the longest drive since 2000. I believe that. Is there any quarterback post Breeze you could have made that drive happen? Maybe Jameis? Yeah, maybe Ian Book, I guess. Chris Olave came up big on that drive. Yeah, he did. Olave, when Devaughn Vele went down, it was basically like, all right, Chris, we have to throw you the ball. And yeah, he came up big there. Imagine if we win next week. We could win 3 in a row in the same season. Haven't done that year. They play the Jets, too. Who knows who their quarterback will be? Could be Brady Cook. You know? Yeah, I mean, we picked up, like, how many 3rd and, 14s or 2nd and 14s did we pick up today? You know? Like, we had a bunch of those. 3rd and 13 right here. 3rd and 13, Tyler Shough passed deep left to Devaughn Vele for 16 yards. Boom. 2nd and 14, picked it up. Boom. Like, this is different. I'm telling you. Like, this is second and 18, 17-yard pass. Boom. This is all on that 17-play drive. These drives don't happen like that or without that. You know, like, I mean, look at this. 2nd and 13, 3rd and 13, boom, picked it up. Second and 14, 2nd and 14, boom, picked it up. 2nd and 8, picked it up. 1st and 20, 2nd and 13, 2nd and 18, 3rd and 1, picked it up. Like this stuff right here, this used to not happen. You know, 1st and 20, 2nd and 13, 2nd and 18, no problem. I'll pick it up. And then 4th and 1, picked it up. Impressive, man. Really impressive. You should react to the Saints locker room vid live on stream. Shough said he would die on the field for us. He almost did. True. 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 How many penalties though? We had 9 and they had 11. I think. Let's see. Believe that's what it was. Yeah, we had 9 for 78. They had 11 for 103. Can't believe people have been saying to fire Kellen Moore. Crazy, man. Isn't that crazy? That was this year. That was this year. This year. People were saying, fire Kellen Moore. He's in over his head. It was this year. People were saying that the locker room doesn't respect Kellen Moore. I mean, crazy. I mean, this year, fire Kellen Moore, fire Brandon Staley. It's been a while since I've seen us lead a game-winning drive, yeah. Confirm Panthers don't respect their head coach, yeah. 100%. He's more of a Justin Herbert than Al. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get the Allen comp at all. Shough and Allen are totally different. But Shough and Herbert are that's a decent comp. You just credit Kellen Moore for that win. Only 2 moments I'd like different, but got the job done. Agreed. He had a couple, you know, the halftime situation. I didn't like the fake tush push thing, but yeah. Man. Yeah, Canales, the fourth and one at the end, like, why don't you kick the field goal? I think it would have been like a 52-yarder. It's like, how do you not kick that? You go up 10, you know. Yeah, Shough had a little sidearm throw. That was cool. New Orleans looking good for next season. The future's bright, huh? The future's bright. The future is bright. No doubt about it. Contrary to popular belief. The future's looking pretty good. Why didn't the Panthers just draft a good quarterback? No, dude, they have Bryce Young. He's taking a step. Yeah, man. Victory Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Victory Monday. What's the narrative if we go out and lose by 20 to the Jets next week? Kind of feels like the positivity train swung really far, really fast after a few good weeks. I mean, it depends. It depends on, I don't know, man. I mean, if we lose by 20 to the Jets, it'll definitely be like, what's going on here? It'll definitely be like, all right, what just happened? How did we do this? Like, you got to break that down or whatever. But I think there's been enough so far that it wouldn't be a full-on swing the other way to like, oh, never mind, blow it up. But, I mean, yeah, losing to the Jets would be crazy. That would not be good. Girthquake, Super Chat at $5. If Shough beats the Falcons in Atlanta, I will be building a statue the Monday after. Ruiz is a liability. Yeah, Ruiz is. Yeah, he is. Correct. But I mean, let's just say we lose to the Jets. All right, like not even the 20 thing. Like I still think there's been enough positivity. There's been enough steps from our young guys till it's like, all right, you don't want to lose, obviously, but I don't think it would be like a step forward, 400 steps backwards. Bryce Young is taking a step. He's just so small that it takes multiple to get a normal adult-sized step. There you go. There you go. Who do you think wins the division? I think Tampa does. I think Tampa wins it. I'm sure people are asking, what if we started Shough at the beginning, but I think the situation was handled properly. Yeah, I mean, you never know. I don't think, I am always in the camp that you want to let a quarterback sit. I think way too often quarterbacks get thrown in there early and they're rushed and it just jacks everything up. And I think Kellen played it perfectly. I think the quarterback situation was played perfectly. He gave Rattler the shot. Rattler deserved it. Gave Shough some time. Gave Rattler certainly a long time. Like, it wasn't like 1 game, 2 games to get him out of there. Gives him a long time. And then right at the perfect moment goes to Shough. Doesn't lose the locker room. Doesn't lose the fan base. Like, everyone was kind of on the same page. Shough had to be ready. I mean, he wouldn't have played if he wasn't ready. So we have no clue what Shough week 1 would have looked like. I mean, we have to assume, or we have to trust Kellen that he just wasn't ready. And I trust Kellen. I mean, he was there every day, every practice. So I trust Kellen that if he didn't think Shough was ready, he probably wasn't ready. And no reason to rush him in there and jack up his confidence or whatever. So I think he played that really well. Is it safe to say this is a successful draft class? Yeah. I would say so. Yeah. I think this has been a really, really good draft class. And that's even kind of being like, I mean, we'll see with Shough. But if Shough pans out and Shough is a average to above average starter, man, this draft class is nuts. But even if Shough is just kind of all right, then still a successful draft class. For sure. Yeah, if they can repeat this next year, oh, man. That'd be nice. So much for all the fire Mickey talk. Yeah. It'll be back the next time we lose or whatever. If we ever lose again, right? But, yeah, Mickey kind of cooked, man. I mean, hiring Sean Payton, Clint Kubiak, Kellen Moore, pretty nice. The draft class, pretty nice. Trading, Penning, Lattimore, Rashid, pretty nice. James, by the way, greetings from Austria. Wow. Shout out. That's awesome, man. I love the international viewers. Love that. Let's see. Getting offensive tackle 1 at pick 8-9 would be nicey. Oh, for sure. If it goes quarterback, running back, wide receiver, linebacker, whatever, and we can get the best offensive lineman at pick 8 or whatever it ends up being, hell yeah. And we can have Kelvin Banks at left tackle and whoever the offensive lineman is, it's like our starting right tackle, kick Fuaga to guard. That's pretty nice. Or however it plays out. I wouldn't take a guard top 5, but Let's see. Build around Shough? Oh, yeah, we are. For sure. I mean, we're definitely... Yeah, I mean, it's definitely... The quarterback conversation, like with Mendoza and all them, was already over. But now it's like... We might not... I mean, it's not even worth a discussion now. The push-off? Yeah, it looked like a push-off in real time, too. Proposed to my fiance before the game, then got the dub. Damn, what a day. Congrats, man. Congrats, Corey. And your fiance, if she's watching. Congrats. So we got a starting quarterback, starting corner, starting safety, starting running back, starting tackle, and the next to Mario Davis in one draft. Nicey. Yeah, it is crazy Mendoza won the Heisman. It is kind of nuts. It's crazy we were talking about. Yeah, this season we were talking about tank for Arch Manning. This season we were talking about tank for Arch Manning and fire Kellen Moore. Mahomes torn ACL. Yeah, man, it sucks. Sucks to see. Hate it, man. I think Micah Parsons tore his ACL too. Brutal for Mahomes. You tear your ACL, mid-December. That means he's going to miss a chunk of next year too. Tough, man. Shough's throw to Olave for the touchdown was nice. I mean, that thing was on a dime, and it was a laser. He had a window. He had a window of about, a football size, I guess, window to throw that through, and he nailed it. You might get more international viewers with Charlie hitting like that. Sure, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I might. Yeah. It's kind of insane how many things you call before they happen, James. Foresight 2020. It is kind of nuts, man. It is kind of crazy. But that's why we're the best in the business. That's why we sit here and do it. That's why we're the number one most watched, most listened to channel out there. The way Shough was hitting Austin and Olave was epic. Yeah, it was sweet. Will you drop a mock draft sooner? Wait till closer to the draft? Probably do a mock after. We'll probably start that after the year. There's too much going on during the year, man. And like the mocks too. I mean, no hate, like whatever. Like people do mock drafts, but we're just so far away from knowing. We're so far away from knowing anything. Like I don't think you can really do a mock draft until at least until the college football season's over. Like remember when Ty Simpson was the first overall pick, and now he's like 31st. Last year they had Quinn Ewers going 9th overall, and then he goes in the 6th round, or whenever he got 6th or 7th round. So mock drafts are fine, but the earlier you do them, like they're just so volatile. It's just kind of like, I don't want to say it's a waste, but it's kind of a waste. Especially when the college football season isn't over yet. But we'll definitely do mock drafts all throughout the offseason for sure. I mean, we did a ton of draft coverage last year. What's the biggest thing Shough has to improve on? Taking sacks. His time in the pocket. He's got to get his clock a little bit faster. He's like a half second off. He's like a half second off with his clock. But I mean, it's his 5th game or whatever it is. Like that's kind of going to happen. That's going to kind of be usually how it is. Like the game's usually a little fast, and it is a little fast at times, I think, for him. I think he's right there, but as he gets more comfortable, as he gets used to the progressions and reads and speed to the game and all that stuff, I think he'll be all right. He's not so lost in the pocket. It's not like a red flag or anything, but if I had to pick one thing that Shough's got to get better at, it's that. The draft needs to be in New Orleans. I'm kind of surprised New Orleans hasn't hosted a draft. I repeat all your talking points to my friends so they think I predicted everything too. Hey, that's why I'm here. Yeah. Steal all my stuff. Y'all are more than happy to give y'all free reign to use all that and sound like the smartest person in the room. Yeah, NOLA draft would be a lot of fun. The Super Bowl was awesome. I didn't go to the actual game, but like Super Bowl being here and just all like it's a good city to host that kind of stuff. Shout out Iowa Yellow Jackets state champion. There you go. Checking out 3:14 in the morning here. Have fun, guys. See you next time. Thank you for watching, man. I appreciate that. International viewage. Vele is a stud, 100%. 100%. Vele is legit, man. You can see it. He's one of those guys, like I always say, like, there's just certain players, their physical tools stick out. And Vele's ability to make contested catches, I mean, that travels. That is absolutely something that's not a fluke thing. His contested catch rate and all that, it is really, really good. Really good. I've always heard Indianapolis is a good city, like as far as like the draft and stuff. Like people like it. I've never been to Indy, but it sounds like it does a good job hosting the draft. Yeah, it's not the catches alone, it's his ability to make every catch in traffic. Yeah. Is Vele healthy? He banged up his shoulder. I don't know the extent of it, but from what I was reading on Twitter before I went live, it didn't seem like it was super serious. James, they don't host the draft in Louisiana. Guys won't get much attention. Saints are always fighting for attention. Media always. Well, I mean, that's not. I mean, we host a Super Bowl. Like, if we host a Super Bowl, I think they'll let us host a draft. My neighbors came by and knocked on my door. I was making so much noise. I was just screaming. I was just screaming at the end of the game. I was just yelling. I was just absolutely screaming, howling. I was just, it was one of those things where I was just hands like this, looking straight up, just screaming at the top of my lungs. Next season looking good? Indeed. Face the franchise. Did you see Shough singing in his post-game interview? I did not, but we'll definitely be watching that for a video this week. Vele is perfect for what we needed, 100%. Remember whenever people were saying that was a bad trade and Gumsmack and Mick should have been fired? We need to draft a receiver from Louisville. Chris Bell? Yeah. You think we should have taken longer on the last drive? No, we kicked the field goal with 9 seconds left. Or whatever. What it was 5 seconds left, wasn't it? Nah, I think that was perfect. It was like the most perfectly executed last drive possible. Low key, high key, low key. Can't wait for next season, brother. I got good news for you. I can't wait for next week. I can't wait for the Jets game, and then I can't wait for the Titans game, and then the Falcons game. It's exciting, man. Like I said, this is as exciting of a time to be a Saints fan as I can remember. NOF reported Vele was in a sling after the game. Hopefully it's not too serious. 6 seconds? Yeah, 6 seconds. I mean, yeah. Be easy, got to start this 12-hour shift. Damn. No worries. Good luck, man. 12-hour shift. Get you some coffee, brother. Do you see what Fears is doing to the Bulls right now? Are the Pels doing their damn thing too? What a time to be alive in New Orleans. I love this team so much. What a shift, huh? What a shift in the narrative, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Hell yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for hanging out with me in this recap. Had to go live, chop it up. It's too fired up. Showed my wife Trizzy. There you go. I might take a picture of that. Send it to Trace. Showed my wife Trizzy. It goes hard. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Awesome game. What a fun game. What a fun time to be alive. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week of videos. Trizzy too lit. I gotta get over in that chat. Man. It's gonna be fun. This is when it's fun. This is why we don't do rage bait, negative only, everything sucks, fire everybody, whatever. Because what do you do in these moments? What do you do in these moments right here? You just got to sit back and say, all shucks, no pun intended. All shucks, Saints won. Now I can't fire Mickey. Now I can't fire Kellen. You know? Like, this is why we do it, man. This is why we're fair and balanced. Why we just kind of watch everything through, through the lenses, and we just kind of call it how we see it. Because moments like this, we can be excited. We can have fun. We can enjoy it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it all week. We're going to do it all week long. Thank y'all very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. We'll have a video up. We might have a video up at 9 a.m. I don't even know. I might do three videos a day this week. Who the hell even knows? But Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. It's been a long, arduous journey this year, but the last couple of weeks feel damn good. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Video tomorrow morning. Check the channel, either 9 or 11, somewhere in there. Who knows? 2 videos minimum tomorrow. All right. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some hoodats in the chat. See you tomorrow.